Self-care has become a buzzword, just like mindfulness. But what is the true meaning of self-care? Will it be solved by a simple walk? Or is there more to self-care than it first may seem? Yes, there is more to self-care than just taking a shower, going to the park, or treating yourself to some cupcakes. Self-care is about responsibility. It's about the power to say no. No, I can't take on that extra responsibility. I have enough responsibilities already. No, I can't go to the park today. I have to concentrate on making this video. No, I can't eat all the sweets I have. I have to not gain weight. Self-care really is about discipline, responsibility and caring for yourself. I know this may seem like a weird concept because it's self-centered, and we as a society generally don't tend to focus on ourselves, as selfishness is considered bad. But ultimately, in order to perform self-care, you have to be selfish sometimes as well. There's two kinds of selfishness, healthy and unhealthy. Healthy selfishness is the one we're talking about. Healthy selfishness is about taking back control. It's about refusing overtime at work when you don't really need it. It's about standing up for yourself and your rights. Ultimately, we're all to some extent selfish. Everything is a transaction of sorts. If you donate money to an animal shelter, you get satisfaction out of it. If you care for the environment, it's probably so you can sleep better at night and make sure there's a better future tomorrow. But notice with the last one, it's not just you that benefits, it's the whole of society that benefits from what may seem a selfish action. That is the true power of selfishness. Unhealthy selfishness is where you say, take all the food at a buffet. In this case, there's only a short-term benefit to yourself, but in the long term, you lose out from the social and practical consequences. That is to say, you'll gain weight and everybody will hate you. The idea of healthy selfishness also ties in with self-esteem. People who have lower self-esteem may have less of an ability to say no, and they suffer as a result. It then perpetuates this cycle of lowering self-esteem by lowering their standards. Instead, here's what you should do. Every week, find the responsibility to say no to, or at random if you can't think of one. Obviously, some responsibilities you may not be able to say no to, such as school or work. Write down what responsibility you said no to and why. Gradually increase the amount of things you said no to and write down why. Now, obviously, there's going to be some of you that are saying no to everything already. Some examples might be, I don't want to eat. I don't want to get out of bed today. I don't want to go to uni today. You can still use the saying no technique, and you can just invert them. No, I will want to eat today. No, I will want to get out of bed today. I'll go to uni today. Given this advice, here's 5 things you can do today in order to be selfish. Learn knowledge. There will be a video on self-education soon, but learning, whether through schooling, courses, or simply getting hands-on with things, is a great way to be selfish and also to develop yourself for yourself. The power of organisation. A lot of people, myself included, struggle with this. Take half an hour every day to organise your space and also your work, and you're being selfish for the benefit of yourself and others later. Talk about your struggles and achievements to your families and friends. If you're one to bury problems, opening up is so important. There will be a video about this, but essentially by not being a burden to some extent, you paradoxically might become a burden. Take back control of your friendships and relationships. Toxic friendships can drag you down, and it's not selfish to cut them off, but reasonable, sensible and smart to do so. Be kind to yourself. This is where having the usual self-care advice finally comes in, such as me time, having a bath, going on walks and so forth. Notice how these may not necessarily bring you short-term happiness and may be a chore to do, but they can really help you long-term and benefit society overall too. The next time you see a top 10 self-care tips checklist, remember it's all about being selfish, taking responsibility and saying no, rather than essential oils. I'll see you in the next video.